Okay, just wanted to show, this is a Nepenthes Alata Luzon, and I had left this outside for a year in a pot completely neglected, and it turned into this giant vine. So I'm gonna be fixing it up and pruning it. I'm gonna chop it back majorly and repot it and make cuttings. So we'll see how this ends up. This poor thing needs a lot of help. It's amazing how hardy this plant is, that it's survived. It's basically no attention at all. Alright, I hope this shows up on camera because it's pretty bright out here. I'm having a hard time seeing the screen. So we got a really, really healthy root system here. And we've got 4 main vines coming off. We've got this one that branches off into several nodes there. I may make this 1 or 2 plants. And then we have this one that actually turns into 3 separate vines. And then we've got this one, which is what I would consider the main vine. You can't make cuttings out of these hard woody parts. They just don't take and make root. So I may just cut this one into a bunch, and this will be all upper pitchers. And then this 4th one here, which is also mostly upper pitchers. I'll probably cut that, put that into little cuttings, but we've got a small basil down here, and I'm gonna leave that on and cut all this back and leave that as the new main trunk. That'll make lower pitchers really nice. So from that first vine I got this cutting, and it's already got, you can see in there, a node, new plant growing out, and these nodes should each get a plant. I think this will be really easy to root, the rooting powder. And this is the other one that all these are coming out of the nodes of the old leaves already. I cut the old leaves off. It's the main growth tip. And though I'm not a fan of round pots, I have a hard time finding square pots that are tall and small like this. So these little flower pots that I had bought years ago for, don't know what kind of plants I had bought, will be perfect for these really long ones to go in here with sphagnum until they root out and can be moved to a different pot. And here's the first pot with those 2 cuttings. What I like about this is the wide base will give this stability despite these really long leaves, whereas something that was skinnier but tall would cause it to topple over. And it's also not as wide, not wasting as much media as something that this size would be. So here are all the cuttings of the Alata Luzon, and I hope they'll take root. I think they will. This plant is so hardy. Some I used rooting hormone, and others I didn't, because I mean, it is so hardy. I don't really think it needs it. So this is what's left after cutting down that giant vine, and it's obviously not going to fit in this thing, so we won't be using that. We'll be using this, which, I don't know, I used to buy plants. I don't know if this was for a tomato or a flower of some kind, but whatever, it's been sitting around and it'll work well for this. What's funny to me is that this is now the main growth point, and this is such a overkill. This definitely does not need rooting hormone. The roots are doing great. It's possible it might make new basils, but it sure will be interesting to see how big this gets as the new main plant. I'm not even going to cut the pictures off of this. I mean, this is getting so well fed, and I am going to put some rooting hormone here and hope that it makes roots, and then I can cut it and just be rid of the whole trunk. We'll see. So there we go. This is hilarious. This is like a bonsai tree. This thing is sticking up so far above the sphagnum, and you guys that grow Nepenthes know that Nepenthes grow right at the media soil level. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this grows and how all the other cuttings will hopefully take root, and maybe I can put those into some large hanging baskets. And just as a final bonus here for you guys to enjoy, all these pots, except 2 of them, have been repotted. This pink one still needs repotting. Just got this blue one, it's brand new. Plants are the same old plants. This orange one is brand new. I love the colors of these big pots. They're 10-inch pots. The red one with the Miranda has not been repotted. But everything else has new soil and is doing well. This has been a crazy last few weeks of repotting. And this Miranda is just, I don't know, this is a horny male plant. I showed you guys the spent flowers on the last video, this one that it made. All the way down here, these are all used up and dead. And now it's got these guys that are going to be opening soon. And it's got a new one right there. And then it's got one way up there. And probably more on the way. But at the moment, no females. I just chopped up the Luzon, which is a female. So that won't be flowering for a long time now. But I am very happy with the progress. Once again, I have to order sphagnum. I can't seem to keep it in stock. Darn thing. But soon this chore will be over and the plants will be a lot happier and healthier. Alright, Des signing off.